Hey everybody, welcome to Home with the Halsteads and welcome to my kitchen. Today I have a special friend with me. Her name is Cindy. Cindy and I go way, way back. We went to high school together. We grew up in Pine Park Church together, and we have some wonderful memories together. I wanted to do a video starting out the month of October in recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I know you, like me, have family members or you have friends in your church and in your association, in your community who are suffering from breast cancer or any type of cancer as far as that's concerned. And so I was talking with Cindy, and she does a smoothie, and it caught my interest. And Cindy is a cancer survivor. So I invited her to come today and to talk with us about her experience and also to show us how to make this wonderful, healthy smoothie. So Cindy, tell us a little bit about your cancer experience.
My cancer experience happened about 17 years ago. Found a lump in my breast, but it turned out that it was not breast cancer. It was large B-cell lymphoma. So it ended up that I did not have to have breast surgery, but I did have to have 6 chemotherapy treatments and 18 radiation treatments. That was an experience. I'm glad that it's over with, and I'm doing very well right now.
So you're cancer free.
As far, my oncologist doesn't use that word, cancer free, but he says you're doing great.
That's wonderful. So, that is a blessing.
Yes.
Okay, well tell us about this smoothie that you, I understand, drink every morning.
Almost every morning.
Almost every morning. And when did you start doing it, and why did you start making it?
I've been making smoothies for a long time, but I didn't feel like they were quite as healthy as I really wanted. And we have blueberry trees in our backyard, and we pick a lot of blueberries and freeze them. And all I was doing with them at the time was making sweet stuff, you know, muffins and cakes and all that good stuff that had lots of calories and lots of sugar. So I decided to see if I could find a recipe that was a little more healthy. And I found something that I liked, and I added to it and switched it around a little bit, and this is what I came up with.
How wonderful. Well, we're going to make one today. I'm so anxious to taste it, and I need to start eating this or drinking this for my breakfast as well. Tell us what goes in the smoothie, and then we'll make it together.
Okay. First, bananas. I usually put about 4 or 5 slices of bananas, and what I do is when I buy bananas, usually they start turning brown on me before I can use the whole thing. So I was watching one of Joyce's videos one time, and she was telling us about putting apples in the refrigerator and dipping them in pineapple juice to keep them from turning brown. So I got to thinking, well, maybe I could do that with these bananas, and I could always have fresh bananas to go in my smoothie. So I tried it, and it worked great. But what I do is I slice my bananas into small pieces. I dip them in pineapple juice, and I lay them on top of some waxed paper or parchment paper, and put it on a pan and stick it in the freezer until it's frozen. Then I take them out and put them in a Ziploc bag and put them back in the freezer, so I'll have them when I do get ready to do a smoothie. So I usually use about 4, 5, 6 pieces of that banana, and a banana about this size. Then I use 2 strawberries, and I cut them up into small pieces. Now, you don't have to use strawberries. You can use pineapple, any other kind of fruit that you like, even avocado.
Do you freeze those?
Everything is frozen except this almond butter that I'll tell you about.
Right.
Then I put 3/4 cup of my blueberries that I had frozen. And I'll tell you something that I learned about blueberries. It was always recommended that you pick blueberries and you don't wash them. You put them in a bag and you freeze them. Then when you take them out, you wash them. Well, I didn't like that idea. So I know the purpose behind it was that if they are wet, they stick together. So I've learned that I can take my blueberries and wash them and lay them out on a dishcloth like this, and I have a little small fan that I blow them with, and that dries them. So then I can put them in the freezer, and they don't stick together.
They're washed and ready.
They're washed and ready. All you have to
use
that's
them.
correct. That's correct.
Okay.
Then I use 2 tablespoons of quick oatmeal. And something that I like to do is, instead of having to get out the big box of oatmeal every time you need it, I pour some oatmeal in a small bowl and keep it in my cabinet. So I just take it out and dip me out 2 tablespoons when I need a smoothie. Then I also put a heaping tablespoon of maple almond butter. Maple almond butter is not easy to find, but
do you have some here?
Yeah, this is it's called I think Maranatha maple almond butter. I've tried the regular almond butter and it works fine too. Just doesn't have quite the flavor as this with the maple. So I enjoy that.
Okay.
And then I put in a handful of organic baby spinach. I like the organic. It's pre-washed and makes for a good smoothie. And then I add 1 cup of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. Doesn't have to be vanilla, but I kind of like that extra little bit of flavor there. So that's what I use. And you just mix all that together, put it in your blender or your NutriBullet if you have one, for a couple of minutes or so, and pour it in your glass, and it's good to the last drop.
Oh, how wonderful. I'm excited. We're going to make it together. So stick with us and we'll be right back.
One thing that I neglected to tell you was that something I do that helps me out a lot is I go ahead and sometime during the week I mix me up a little bowl full of the fruit and the blueberries and the oatmeal and put it in the freezer, and I'll make about 6 just like this, put them in the freezer, and I have them pre-made, and all I have to add when I get ready to make my smoothie is the milk, the almond butter, and the spinach. So that works good for me. Now we're going to go ahead and make this smoothie. We're going to add our 5 slices of banana. You can use 5, 6, or 7. These are 2 strawberries cut up, 2 large strawberries. And then 3/4 of a cup of blueberries. And 2 tablespoons of oatmeal, quick oatmeal. And I put the oatmeal in that order just kind of so it'll keep the blueberries from sticking together so bad. And then I go ahead and add the full tablespoonful of maple almond butter. And you can use a little more if you want to. The recipe that I originally found called for 2 tablespoons, but I think 1 heaping tablespoon works fine for me. And then we're going to go ahead and add the spinach, which was just a heaping tablespoon, a heaping handful. And this is just fresh spinach. And you can't taste the spinach. You don't even see the green color once you blend it together. And then we're going to add our 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk. And that's the vanilla flavor. Then I'm going to put my little top on here. I'm going to shake it just a little bit and blend it. And it usually takes about 2 minutes to blend it. I think our smoothie is ready now, so we're going to turn it on and give it a try.
I'm so excited. Oh, yum, that looks so good.
And you notice you don't see the spinach at all. You've got your color of your blueberry.
Okay, so we're going to come back in just a minute. I can't wait. I'm over here on the side. I cannot wait to get mine. Look at that. And Cindy brought some straws so that we can drink it with a straw and not get this blueberry on our teeth.
That's right. Kind of helps keep the stain from...
It does. It does. So we'll be back in just a minute and we're going to taste it. Okay, we're ready to taste this smoothie. Is it blueberry smoothie?
Blueberry smoothie.
Blueberry smoothie. So let's do it.
All right.
Oh, yum. That is so delicious.
Every morning when I finish mine and I slurp the very last bit, my husband always says in the background, good to the last drop.
Oh my goodness. Cindy, it's been a pleasure. It has been a joy, and I am so grateful that you had a good experience with your cancer bout and that you were willing to come and share it with us and with our Facebook friends today.
Well, I hope some of you will have a chance to make it and that you'll enjoy it as much as I do.
Thank you, and I'll see you again really, really soon.